Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today what I wanted to do is we're going to do load testing on a genuine M12 6 amp hour battery, as well as a knockoff Vanon brand 6 amp hour battery. So what I got here is a simple load tester, and what I'm able to do with this is go into the settings on here and I can actually set a cutoff voltage. So what I did was I set the cutoff voltage at 10.5 volts, and I'm just applying a 2.5 amp load to each of these batteries, and we're going to see how long it takes each battery to get down to 10.5 volts, and we're going to compare the two. So Alright, so I wanted to pull this Vanon battery apart just to kind of look at the internals here. It uses regular T10 Torx screws. There wasn't no Loctite or anything on the threads. One thing I noticed right away, I don't know if you can see it in there, but the tab that's on that 18650 that they use to solder the wire to connect everything was actually through that screw hole. So that screw was touching that positive connection on the wire. Another thing, this tab right here, once it's seated in there, you know, it's not too close to that side over there, but that's just a live connection. That's close to that other tab down there. It's not too close, but still, that's not something you're going to find in the Milwaukee battery. But take a look at the solder joints. Not the greatest. Offhand, without looking up anything online, I don't know what those cells are. If they're a name brand, if they're a knockoff. But all in all, it looks to be pretty cheaply constructed. I would take apart the Milwaukee battery to compare it, but they actually use security Torx bits, and I cannot find that bit right now. And then this right here, another thing that's pretty big difference between the two batteries. This is the locking tabs that actually go into the tool. So you squeeze these down to release the battery from the tool. It's a totally different plastic. I don't know what this plastic is, and I don't know what this plastic is. There's no markings or anything inside. But one thing I can tell you is these tabs are extremely stiff compared to these tabs. So I think after a while that these tabs are probably more prone to breaking off than the genuine tabs. So the final overview on this, and I've been testing this battery in, you know, real world things for the past week or two. I've used it in this die grinder tool right here, and one funny thing that it does, even when the tool is complete, or the battery is completely charged, sometimes it'll throw an error code on this grinder, and then it will just go away. So I'm assuming that the tool is reading something's going on, you know, with this battery. I don't know what the error code means. I haven't looked that up yet, but what it is basically, I believe the first light and the fourth light like kind of intermediately flash. But if you play with it, the error will actually go away and you can continue using the tool. So me personally, I wouldn't recommend using these, because if you're gonna pay that money for the, you know, nice quality tool, the battery is, you know, one of the most important things on that tool. Another thing I don't really trust with, you know, knockoff brands like this is leaving this battery on a charger unattended if you're not around. That's just personal preference. I don't want to start a fire with lithium batteries or anything like that. So again, that's just completely personal preference. I'm not saying that it can't happen with this, because it certainly could happen with this. But Milwaukee has a higher reputation at stake than Vanon. So that's my opinion. They do work. I just wouldn't use them long term. I don't think it's worth it. I picked this battery up for $20. This right here, I believe you can get sometimes for $99. So thanks for watching, guys.